used to go to Aiken High? Raise your hand if you go to Aiken High. Okay. But hey, no disrespect to Middle Valley or North Augusta or South Aiken, you know what I'm saying? It's all good either way. Yeah, and so I'm just basically gonna talk to y'all. It's gonna be real quick, but it's gonna be fired up. Cause I don't know about y'all, but I don't like microwave food. I like mine hot, fresh, right off the oven. Feel me? So I'm about to serve y'all exactly what y'all need. It's about to be relevant. It's about to go in, alright? Feel me? Now, how many of y'all like hip hop? How many of y'all like hip hop? Rap. If y'all don't know what hip hop is, rap.
What's hip hop?
Alright, check this out. Check this out. I graduated from Aiken High 2012. Alright, now I'm about to be a junior at Anderson University. It's about 30 minutes away from Clemson University for those of y'all who don't know. And I'm just about to perform for y'all one of the raps that I got real quick. That's what we're gonna do first. That's what we're gonna do first. Hey, you feel like hey, what up? Oh, bro.
Dang it, she fell
Check it. And before I start though, the reason I'm doing music is because music is something everybody, I don't care if you go to Antarctica, I don't care if you go to Australia, I don't care where you go in the world, everybody listens to music. Right? Everybody listens to music. Everybody got their favorite kind of music. Right? So I'm about to go in. You feel me? Let me see if I can do it without cussing. Yeah, school full of failure. All kids hate bad. Posters of zombies in the walking dead. Leadership involved in the crowd. God, fail, another perversion in the chat mess. No wonder it's all gay price. Weed, sex, and sex. And my young, you dead, lifeless and hurting. Gave up the grandma for filthy talking, cursing. Greedy kings and seductive women. Get burned by the smoke fight. Got saved, but back in slave. Got caught by them Amalekites. But I abide in Christ and his word abide in me. So that I can ask anything that I want. Tell the story. I pray in private, I preach Christ in public. Warrior like Gideon, slaying thousands with 300 hallelujahs to my God, who is light. Nothing in him is darkness. He puts all evil to flight. So I put on the armor to handle the day of evil plight. Praying and fasting, praise and peace, and on his word. This is how I fight. See, I don't fight with knives, not with machine guns. Yeah, I just pray the Bible word. And that 9mm, but I got angels of fire surrounding me, more than my wrist and the legs on the caliber. Alright, you feel me? So that was like my layups. Alright, since everybody here play basketball, that was like my warm-up layups. That was my warm-up layups before the game. Alright? And how many of y'all know when the coaches come out, they usually have a game plan? This is the game plan. Once you follow the game plan, you can ask the Spurs, you can ask the Heat, you can ask the Pacers, anyone. Once they follow the game plan, they usually win the game. Alright? So let's look at the first one. The title of this is You as A. And what we're going to talk about today, man, we're going to talk about some real things. We're going to talk about you as a person. You feel me? We're going to talk about you as a student. Alright? Because raise your hand if you go to school. Alright? We're going to talk about you as a baller, as a basketball player. How many of y'all play basketball? Hopefully all of y'all, if y'all here. Alright? We're going to talk about you as a family member. And then we're going to talk about you as a friend. And for all my young ladies that's in here, I thought I was only going to be speaking to young men today, but it's all good anyway. We also going to be talking about relationships with young ladies. Alright? We're going to hit all of it. We're going to hit all of it. We're going to hit all of it. So let's see. First one. Oh, snap. Somebody raise their hand and read to me what number one say.
Don't listen to music.
Hold on. Now I'm about to be a teacher now. So once you raise your hand, I thought you were supposed to wait until the teacher said answer the question. Right? All right, go ahead. All right, I read number one. Don't listen to music that puts you or other people down. Let's hit it home, all right? My 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. Yeah, I listen to Walker. I listen to 2 Chainz. I listen to Drake. I listen to Lil Wayne. All right? I listen to, give me some other people I'm missing.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, you feel me? I listen to Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, Jay-Z. All right? All of these y'all should be familiar with. All right? But check it though. Since we saying don't listen to music that puts you other people down, I'm about to be so real with y'all. Music is the most powerful thing. I could sit here and talk to y'all all day, but if y'all go back home and I tell you not to do something, but everything you blasting is telling you to do what I told you just not to do, you're gonna probably do what the music says. You feel me? So let's bust it then real quick. Obviously, from what I rapped just now, did it have any cursing?
No. They had choppers.
Did I at one point in time refer to a young lady as a bitch or a hoe? At any point in time? No. At any point in time. Alright? Now listen. Let's just be real. I know that in the music that y'all listening to, number one, for young men, y'all already think that in the music, you know what I'm saying, that ladies, that they're a tool instead of a treasure. I'm gonna say that again. That they're a tool instead of a treasure. Alright? Now check this. Here's what I have beef with. Alright? Because one day when I become a father, alright, I'm not gonna want any young man to come and treating my daughter like the only thing she's good for is sex. Okay, but hold on. How stupid would it be for me to be mad at another little homie treating my daughter like that, but then me going and thinking I'm the biggest pimp or player, you know, in my age range? Wouldn't that be hypocritical? Wouldn't that be kind of hypocritical? All right, let's talk about something else. And let me try not to ask too many questions. All right, so another thing we have in our music, in our lyrics, is alcohol, getting drunk. How many, raise your hand if you listen to music that got something about getting drunk in it? Right? Or getting high in it. Getting drunk or getting high in it. Hold on. But I already got one thing to say. Tell me one time that you know of, right? To where you got drunk, to where you got high, and then you was like, man, I'm ready to make all A's. Man, hey, I'm ready to not hit this party up. I'm ready to go and study real quick. What? No. Tell me when you ever listened to that music and you was like, you know what? I'm about to go to practice today, and I'm about to work the hardest out of anybody else that's playing ball. Tell me, do you get any of that motivation listening to stuff about talking about getting drunk or getting high? Don't sit here and lie to me, because I know I used to listen to the same stuff, and none of it motivated me to do that. None of it did. So first thoughts first. Deal with the music, man. I remember the first time that I got real serious with God. I went home, I broke every single CD I had that I knew wasn't making me a better person. I broke every CD. But does that mean I stopped listening to music? No. As you can see, can't you rap about something good? Can't you rap about something that'll get you turned up but still get you motivated? And that's just me. I barely be in the studio and God gave me that. Listen, there's people who stay in the studio doing music like I'm doing right now. Andy Mineo, Lecrae, KB, you know what I'm saying? Like Trip Lee, so many other people, right? And when I open it up for questions, you know, like when I let y'all ask me questions, you know, then I let y'all in, you know, so y'all can write it down or whatever, put it in y'all's phones. But listen, the music is garbage. If I presented you garbage, would you really eat it? Right? What you want some chicken, right? You want some chicken, right? You want some McDonald's. You want something, but you don't want no garbage. Some Zaxby's, right? Some Chick-fil-A. Hey, real talk. But garbage. But listen, every time y'all listening to music, talking about getting high, getting drunk, having sex all day, being the biggest player, being the biggest pimp, being the girl that be in the mall with shorts way up the hill where you can see half of your butt cheeks. Yes, I'm talking about it. Listen, that's garbage. People getting too cute in America. I'm gonna tell you like it is. It's garbage. It's garbage. So listen then. We're going to talk about number 2. Somebody raise their hand and read to me number 2 on the list. Because we talking about us right now. Things that'll hold us back from being all we can be. Go ahead.
No opportunities wasted.
All right.
No complaining, no labor.
No, all right. So let me go ahead and break something down. Now. All right. Everybody say now. Now. How about this? Let's make now an acronym, which means N is for no. O is for opportunity, and W is wasted. No opportunity wasted. Listen, the only reason that I got in college for baseball, y'all want to know what I did? This was my schedule. Over the summertime when it was like 100 degrees outside, I would wake up at 5 o'clock. I would get to the gym at 5:30. I would work out for 2 hours and 30 minutes. That makes it 8 o'clock. Then I went home, I took a little nap. I woke up and then from 9 to 10 o'clock, I was running 10 sprints, 60 yards. And then you thought that was enough. No, then I'm on the computer making sure every college knows how much work I'm putting in. Hey, this is all by myself. And then I'm driving auto now, I stay on the south side. I was driving all the way to Aiken High so I could work on fielding, work on hitting, work on throwing, getting my arms stronger. And next thing you know, by the time the summer over with, and we lifted for regular baseball workouts, I went from like squatting 100 to squatting 450, like in 2 months. Like in 2 months, y'all, real talk. Listen, why? Because no opportunity wasted. Listen, before I started doing that, I was the kind of guy to where I was trying to chill with the ladies, maybe ball a little bit, you know what I'm saying, just do enough to get by. But then, when practice was over with, hey baby, what's up? We hitting the movies or not? Like, is your mom's at the crib? Because I can come through.
Michelle.
Basically, what I was doing was, I was wasting opportunity. Well, let's hit it home, since the next point is no excuses, no laziness, and no complaints. How about this? When I'm talking right now, some of y'all coming up in y'all minds the reasons why y'all still don't keep listening to the same music. The reasons why you really don't have to go that hard when you come to practice. The reason, I mean, like, I'm giving y'all hardcore stuff, but in y'all mind, y'all still coming up with stuff that'll be like, well, nah, I can't do that because of this. Well, nah, I can't do that because of this. Bro, kill the excuses, man. You can do 2 things in life. You can make excuses and you can make moves. So, right, let me bring it home. If you have some fresh pair of J's, but then you scuffed them up, and then you went to somebody to go clean your shoes. Now that's their job, that's what they're supposed to do, but instead they was like, man, not today, man, I'm sleepy. Man, not today, man, I gotta chill with my girl, I gotta chill with my dude. Like, man, not today, man, I just ain't feeling it. That's excuses, cuz. And guess what? Not only are you pissed, but your J is still scuffed. Okay, but listen, every time you make an excuse, right? I'm tired. I can't do it. Oh well, you know, I can't be the best in life because I don't have the money. I don't have money to get into college. Like what do you say? Well, my teacher, it's my teacher's fault that I'm not doing good in school. Like, well, it's just the people that I hang around. I can't help it that I live in a neighborhood where it's popping shots every night. Like, I just can't help that. Excuses. Excuses.
and you just became that person who was supposed to be doing right, who was supposed to be cleaning homeboy J's, but instead, you didn't. All right, so number 3, you gotta know your why. Now I'm about to tell y'all something. I wasn't always this passionate. Like real talk, y'all see me spitting fire right now, but listen, I wasn't always like that. I was not always like that. I was an average, you know what I'm saying, middle schooler, high schooler, you know what I'm saying? Just average. But then something hit real hard for me. I was like, you know what? Now I see why every time you go to a high school, you hear people saying the same thing my homies used to say when I was in school. Man, Aiken lame. Yeah, Aiken's so lame, man. I'm gonna let y'all in on the secret. You know why Aiken lame? Because you probably ain't changed. Aiken probably lame. Because you ain't changed and you still the same. So let's rhyme. Aiken lame. We the same. And the places that you go to, I don't care if it's basketball, I don't care if it's schools, I don't care if it's football, the teams that are the best, they ready to change and see what they can do to get better each and every day. You gotta know your why. Listen, some of y'all's why will be, and you know what, I gotta go so hard so that I can get mama out the hood. Like, let me go so hard in classes that I can get the scholarship that I need to go to college, even though mama can't afford to take me to college. It's no excuse, y'all. I'm at Anderson University for free. I knew my mama couldn't handle all of that financial pressure. So I said, you know what, Mike, you gotta dig deep within, and you gotta do homework even when you don't feel like it. You gotta listen in class even when you feel like going to sleep. Like, man, you gotta cut that one party to go to sleep so you can wake up to kill the test that next day. Like, Mike, come on, don't stop yourself. No excuses, no laziness, no complaints. But you gotta get up and do this. Why? Because somebody's counting on you. Some of y'all got little brothers, little sisters, little whatever that's looking up to y'all. What are they looking up to? Like, listen, what are they looking up to? Are they looking up to somebody that's doing good? That's going to college, that's going to get a great job? Or are they looking at someone that's gonna be average? Are they looking at that person that's gonna stay in Aiken with that same group of homeboys for the rest of their life? Like, what are they looking at? That's why I went so hard with baseball, to be honest with y'all, because baseball, predominantly white people play the sport. So I knew me being the only black guy, I'm like, okay, Mike, if you play a little bit harder in baseball, then maybe that young little black kid over there, who all the white kids telling him he ain't good enough to play baseball, well, maybe if you're at a higher level in college and he's in Little League baseball, then he can see me and go, what? And go, you know what, y'all lying. Because if my man Mike is in college playing, then I can do it too. Come on, y'all. Listen. Number 4, study and practice sports more than you do social media, sleep, text, or play video games. I wasn't the kid that was playing video games all day. Like, I played some, but I was that kid that was outside playing basketball all day long. Raise your hand if that's you. You're just gonna play ball all day. Now listen. LeBron James and Kevin Durant, they did not get good by playing video games more than they played the real game. They are not in the NBA right now because they played video games more than they played the real game. Does that sink in with y'all? Does that make sense? Okay, let me give you an example. That's like this. That's like you saying, well, it makes more sense for me as a little girl to play house, Okay, you know how when you're little and like, a lot of little people like play house or you play with some kind of toy, okay? And that's as smart as saying, you know what, I'm gonna do this all day, and by the time I get 30 and I have a kid, I'm gonna still play house. I'm not gonna take care of my kid. Okay, essentially all you're doing is still playing games instead of doing the real thing. So listen. Whenever you go about your regular day and you like, okay, wait a minute. I'm not balling and I'm not studying my homework as much as I'm texting on social media, playing video games, or sleeping, then guess what? You probably will not reach your goals and your dreams the way you want to. Because all of this stuff right here will hold you back. All right, now let's get the students. Listen, I'm a mentor. That's what I do. After I do college, I go into the middle schools. You feel me? So I see my kids and I go in and I talk to them sometimes. And listen, number one, use an agenda. How many times have y'all not written something down and then y'all was like, dang, that project was due then? Oh, shoot, I ain't know that homework assignment was due today. Dang, no, that test was today? That test was today? Are you serious? Listen, this is what's serious is you should have wrote your assignments down in your agenda so you could know and keep up with it. Listen, I bet you LeBron James, Kobe, all of these people who are in the NBA, listen, they know when their next game is. And they are playing hard to get ready for their next game. So why can't you study hard to get ready for their next assignment? It's the same thing, same person. Same exact thing. Listen, focus in class. How many of y'all going to school? Now this was me. I sleep in class the whole period. All right, listen, but not only would I sleep, but if I wasn't sleeping, I would do this. Y'all ever been like there, but y'all mind was like way somewhere else? Right? Like, listen, you can be in this gym right now, but your mind be in Walmart. You straight daydreaming like you are not here. Listen, the same way in class, you can be there, your body can be there, but your mind ain't even there. Listen, you ain't hurt nobody but you. You missing assignments, you missing information, right? So where you could have easily got an A on that test, on that assignment. Right? So guess what? Instead of being bored, how about focus? How about focus? Now listen, I'm about to be a teacher. I know, and I'm gonna feel with y'all on this one. I know that sometimes some of the teachers, their presentation is not fun. Their presentation is not fun. It doesn't make sense. You're like in your mind, why in the world am I gonna need this? This is not going to help me in real life. But listen, this is why. This is why you focus anyway. It's because you're training yourself to always be focused. Guess what? If you're not focused in class, you won't be focused on your friendships, on the people who are really counting on you. If you're not focused in class, you probably won't be focused when you get married or when you get into relationships with people, and when they really want you to be listening to them, you're not there. Right? Like everything, I'm telling y'all, stuff in class affects everything else. So that's why we focus in class. And even when you're not focusing, guess what? You're the one that got the F's and the D's. The teacher doesn't. So listen, we gotta come up, man. We gotta come up. Why? Because I'm tired of people coming to Aiken just saying, you know what, Aiken's lame. Bro, we gotta change. We gotta come up. We gotta raise the bar. Listen, if you think it's necessary to go get your car washed and changed and looking nice, well, why can't you make yourself look nice? Why can't you get yourself presented right? Oh, that makes sense. And I know presentation is important because the first day of school, everybody's trying to rock the nicest clothes. So don't tell me presentation ain't important. Listen, I done already hit number 3. Basically, I done already hit number 4 too, because y'all all involved in the sport. So let's get the basketball players. Listen. Who can tell me what is the best play in basketball? What is the best, not player, play?
Pick and roll.
Defense. All right, somebody said pick and roll defense. Blitz. Who said blitz? Oh, buzzer. All right, buzzer beater. What else? ISO. Listen.
I was about to say that, Blaine.
I was preparing for this message today, and guess what, y'all? Something crazy happened to me. Something so crazy happened to me. I need everybody's eyes on me. God spoke to me and he said, son, the best play in basketball is when somebody takes the charge.
I can charge it.
I was like, but wait a minute, why? Because listen, I don't care who you are. When you're able to give your body up for your team, it's something about that moment when somebody takes a charge. You like, what? You turned up. Like you picking them up. Look, so you ready to shoot that 3? You ready to go hard and make that layup once you get the next possession? Like something about a charge does something to the team, the whole team, not just you. You're not being selfish. You're not the point guard who can't pass. You're not the shooting guard who think you gotta shoot one every time you get the ball. No, when you take a charge, everybody is a legend. When you take that charge, everybody is a legend. And listen, I understood why God told me that the charge is the most important thing. It's because this is why. It's because I'm gonna just pretend like y'all are like the worst. Just pretend like we were all about to play basketball right now, and all of us are like horrible players at basketball. Like we have no chance. We have no chance at winning against anyone else. Okay? Well, this is essentially what happened. God was like, okay, that basketball team will never win if I don't send someone to take a charge for them. So then what happened was God sent his only son, Jesus Christ, to basically take a charge for you so that you don't have to keep losing. So that you don't have to keep losing. Losing in school, F's. Losing at home, you pissed all the time. Losing in friendships and in relationships. You always cheating on the female. Girl always cheating with the homeboy. Y'all can't never get things right. Losing. Guess what? Somebody took a charge for you. And they didn't even have to, because your sorry boy was the worst player on the team. But guess what? If Jesus did it, the Aiken Warriors is going to do it too. Don't be a punk and try to move out the way when somebody's coming in. Take that charge. Number one, we're going to take the charge as basketball players. Number 2, we're going to run suicides and exercises like it was our last time. We're going to pretend like when coach got to make us run because we made a bad play, right? Or he's just making us run because it's the end of practice. Listen, this is what we're going to do because I don't know, matter of fact, I'm not going to call it out, but as soon as I came in here and I seen y'all running suicides, this is literally what I saw, right? You're supposed to hit that line and you're supposed to hit that line. Well, I saw one guy doing this, watching coach, and while coach wasn't looking, listen, number 3. All right, check it. Number 3, no ball hog. No ball hog. Raise your hand if you play basketball and you ever do a ball hog. All right? Listen. Isn't that the most annoying thing in the world? When you wide open and somebody don't pass you the ball. As a basketball player, you will never go to the next level until you learn how to pass the ball. Hey, listen, don't point fingers because it's probably something you can work with at your game too. So we're not going to point the fingers. Because while somebody might be a ball hog, well, listen, you need to get better at shooting three-pointers. You can get stronger in the weight room, so don't point at nobody else. Work on your own stuff. Listen, number 4, play 1 hour more than you play video games. That's a simple rule. If I'm going to play video, look, that was me. If I'm going to play video games for an hour, I'm going to go and I'm going to ball outside for at least 2. If I'm going to play the video game for 30 minutes, I'm going to play ball for at least an hour and 15. Like, it's so simple. That's it. As a matter of fact, my homeboy Mike said he plays ball for Anderson University. And I never forget, I used to go over to his house. He had a basketball in one hand, and then he would have a tennis ball in the other one, right? And then he would switch. And he would switch, Meister Jones, and he would just switch. Yeah. He'd just switch. And then next thing you know, he would just get better. And he would get better. And next thing you know, he's starting for Aiken High Varsity. And next thing you know, he's getting a scholarship to play Anderson University. And now he's at Anderson, and he's putting up at least 20 points a game. Why? Because he was in there doing work when nobody else saw him. Just like some of y'all, when y'all go into school, y'all need to be studying when nobody sees you. That's how you get better. I was talking to my homegirl the other day, and I was like, well, how are you doing with math? And she goes, Aiken High. And she was like, well, I'm going to just be real with you. Math is my problem. I said, hold on. How is math your problem? Like,
I can't talk.
Like, is it math's problem that 2 plus 2 equals 4?
Swear to God.
That's not math's problem, and that's not your problem that 2 plus 2 equals 4. No, Joyce, your problem is that you don't see math as your opponent. Listen, if I came up and I jawed one of y'all dead in the face right now, what would you do?
Sleep. Yeah, I'm a sleeper.
You would go to work. If I came up to you right now and just said, right in your jaw. Okay, so wait a minute. So you would rock me, and I'm a person. Listen. Chill out. Because this is really what made me go hard with my grades this year. Is watch this. Y'all would fight me back, and I'm a person, but y'all won't fight back a little piece of paper? Yeah, because every time you get an LCDs, guess what? That stuff is knocking you dead in your jaw. You know you're smarter than that. You basically letting the piece of paper jump. But got quiet then. Y'all fight somebody else, but y'all won't fight a little thin piece of paper that can't fight back. All you gotta do is put in enough work to understand that 2 plus 2 equals 4. Real talk. Now listen, I'm not telling y'all nothing that I didn't do. Listen, last year, I did not have all A's. This year, I do have all A's. Because I did not point the finger at anybody else. I didn't say, well, my professors are lame. Well, all of my friends interrupt me too much. No. I said, Mike, you are the problem. You got to go hard. And it wasn't one grade that I made this semester. Now, this is college that wasn't under a 95. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying if I can do it, hey. You already know what the deal is. And every time that you're not, you are failing yourself, your family, and Aiken. That's how serious it is. Every time you're not going home, you're failing you, your family, or your friends too, and Aiken. Check it. Never tell a teammate this up. Nah, bro. I don't do that. I don't do that. Hey, check it. Listen. I played ball. So listen, everything that's on this sheet, I didn't look the notes up. I know it because I used to ball 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. Man, look, it used to break my heart. We on the same team. We trying to win against the other players, and you on the same team would tell somebody else they suck. You're not just bringing down them, you're bringing down you because you on the same team. How much sense? Hey, none. It don't make none. It don't make no sense. So that cuts the day. Listen, now if someone makes a bad play, bro, you got it. Get it next time. All right? You got to get it next time. Always pick them up. Always encourage them. Hey, if you see somebody that's being lazy, don't be like, man, bro, you suck, you lazy. Just be like, hey, man, we got to go hard, man. We got to go hard. Man, we're going to this tournament. Man, look, we play other teams. We got to be better. When fourth quarter, when everybody's tired, we can't be tired. That's how you win games. That's how you win games. Is you more physically fit and your mind is way stronger than the other team. That's how you win games. That's how you win games. Now listen, I gotta get real with y'all. As a basketball player, you don't put this is number 6. Don't put anything in your body that destroys. Because now this is where it gets real. This is where it gets real. Alcohol does not make you a better basketball player. It will make you a lazier basketball player. It will slow your mind down from being able to see the whole court to where somebody's wide open way over here. You look like you're driving this way, but instead you get over there. Marijuana, sticky, whatever you want to call it, it ain't never. Yeah, I ain't never heard that. That must be a northern term. Sticky, marijuana, weed, whatever. It don't make nobody a better basketball player. It really doesn't. I had homeboys who've done it. Right in front of my face. Like I was right there in the circle and they just pass it around. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, no. It makes you, now what it does do is it makes you more fatigued to where now we need you in the fourth quarter, but because you just smoked one yesterday, now you can't go hard and now we lose. Not because we weren't good enough, but because you wanted to go and smoke weed the other day. How about this? I'm bold enough to say it. I'm bold enough to say it. There ain't nobody else gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all. Sex before marriage? No, sir. No, sir. Sex before marriage? No, sir. I didn't realize this, but I'm in college now, and we get to see, stats and research that scientists do. They are now proving that sex, especially the teenagers, it damages your mind and it slows your mind down from your mind growing to the biggest that it can be and the most smartest that it can be. Wow. And I didn't really realize that, okay, science says it. Okay, well, let me hit the word and see what the word says. Oh, snap. Romans 1 says that God gave their bodies over, for sex before marriage, and it destroyed their bodies. Oh, snap. It makes sense. No wonder. Listen, some of y'all on here could be the best Lamar Odoms. What am I saying? You might not start, but you could be the best 6-man, but instead of being on the bench, looking to see what's going on, making sure that point guard doesn't cross you up when you get a chance to get in there. Instead, you're thinking about the girl or the dude you're trying to smash the weekend coming. And again, y'all lose the game. Not because y'all weren't good enough, but because your mind and your body ain't in the game. And I'm going to go ahead and hit this too, because I ain't stupid. I really ain't stupid. 7th grade and 8th grade was the first time I started watching pornography. For those of y'all don't know, good job. For those of y'all that don't know, good job. But for those of y'all who do know what it means, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I would watch it, and I would never be motivated to do anything else but go to sleep, wake up, and watch it again. Yeah, I'm hitting it. Y'all surprised? Why would I not tell y'all this so y'all could become better basketball players? Like really? Like really? If you were about to walk off of a cliff and die, wouldn't you want your homeboy, your homegirl to tell you, hey, look, there's some rocks down there. Like if you walk another step, you might die. So that's why I'm being so real to y'all. So listen, Pornography does the same thing that sexual before marriage does. Not only that, but listen, this is another thing it does. No wonder you can't help but look at a girl like they are only good for your sexual purposes. I've been there. I've been there. Listen, not only that, but there is scientific proof that pornography is raising up people, especially men who are husbands and are not satisfied with their wives. Because when they watch this stuff, they're basically getting taught that one woman is not enough. And it's destroying marriages, it's destroying schools, it's destroying basketball teams, it's sports teams, and frankly, I'm tired of it. Frankly, I'm tired of it. Now listen, I'm not just tired of it for the other people that are doing it, but I was tired of me falling into it and hurting myself. Because honestly, let me let y'all in on a little secret. When you're doing something and you know it's wrong, you're mad at yourself, but you take it out on somebody else. Oh, no wonder I was not treating my mom with respect. No wonder. No wonder I could not obey her. Because I was really mad at myself. But instead of killing that thing in me, I kept doing it. You got it, Chris. Yes. Hey, now listen. Hey, let me make a point though. Let me make a point. It's not unnatural. It's not unnatural, especially between 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, for you to feel that way. It's not unnatural for you to feel that way towards the opposite sex. But you got to get to a point where you realize that if I don't wait till marriage, this thing will really destroy me. In school, in my friendships, in my relationships. So listen, as a basketball player, don't play anything in your body that will hinder your team from being the best it can be. And that will hinder you from being the best you can be. And if you look at it, weed, alcohol, sex before marriage, and pornography is stuff that are mainly mentioned in the hip-hop that y'all listen to. So, it proves my point that no matter what I say, if you go and listen to something else that's telling you to do something else, you're probably going to do what you used to listening to. We almost done. Family members, listen, we just go ahead and bust it quick. Obey your parents. Now listen, I'm not stupid. I done talked to people who've been through straight hell, who are used to their moms and their grandmas and even their daddies telling them, I don't want nothing to do with you. You will never be anything good. I am used to hearing that. And that breaks my heart. But what breaks my heart even more is for me to tell those people that tell me they're going through this, you still got to obey them. You still got to do what they say. You got to dig deep. You still got to. Because if you get used to disobeying them, listen, when you become a wife, when you become a husband, you're going to get used to disobeying your other partner. You're just going to get, because that's what you're used to doing. Right? If I keep doing layups with my right hand, right, I never practice with my left, in the game, I'm probably going to miss my left hand leg. I probably am. All right, so that's first verse. All right, family members. Rule number 2, I don't know why, now that we in 2014, that it's cool for young men, I call them boys, to have a woman, to have a wife, or to have a girl, and she is going out and doing work while the dude's sitting on the couch playing video games all day or sleeping. I don't know where it came from. But guess what? They will be in my house. It will not be in my house. Why? I'm going to tell y'all 3 words that are the most powerful thing you'll ever hear as a young man. Real men work. Not illegally. I know homeboys that'll go and sell transactions in the street or even in the school, try to hide it in their lockers, have little codes to know what to do here, this, that. Listen, I already know. Boys is what I call them. Real men work. I respect the man. I respect the man that is at McDonald's working, doing things right, and not getting as much money than the person who was selling weed, getting way more money. I respect the person who's working at McDonald's way more. Because real men work. Listen. And the last rule I got, for family member, for you being a family member, is don't do anything that would embarrass you or embarrass your family. Don't do anything that would embarrass you or embarrass your family. Now listen, I'm not stupid. I talk to people all the time. So I know that there's a select few in here that are really going to take this piece of paper home and they're going to look at themselves and go, you know what? I got to do this. I got to do this for my little homies who are watching me. I got to do this for that scholarship, for that college that I need to get into. I got to do this. But then I understand that some of y'all still think y'all know it all. Still think y'all grown enough and gonna do whatever y'all gonna do anyway. And really think that y'all about to fulfill all of y'all dreams and goals, choosing what you decide to do instead of choosing stuff that God has specifically given me to tell y'all. And things that I've been through before that I know work. So listen, as a friend, first things first. First things first. Somebody read to me what it says right here on the friend, number 1.
Encourage them to study every day.
Encourage them to study every day. Listen. In the community that we live in, okay, I'm really talking the black community, the African American community. It is not popular to go straight home and read a book or do your assignments. Mainly, you're like, finally school is out, I'm gonna go and play ball. Or I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have some fun and do the stuff I wanna do. But you are not a true friend. I'm telling y'all this. You are not a true friend if you do not encourage your homie to study every day. You are not. Because you know that if that's your real homie, you want them to succeed just as much as you want you to succeed. That's your homie. You gotta tell them what's gonna take them up higher. Alright, check it. As a friend, whenever they're going through tough times, raise your hand if you ever had somebody in your family that died. Alright, listen. That's just one example of a tough time. And if I'm going through that, personally, I don't want to go through it by myself. I don't want to sit there and be like so sad that sadness turns into depression and I'm so lonely and then I start contemplating killing myself. It's also called suicide. No, I want somebody that's going to be there with me. You're going to be like, man, you know what, Mike? It's all good. I'm here for you. I want somebody who's going to be there for me. Listen, when I don't do good on my grades, right, when something crazy happens, when somebody talking bad about me and gossiping about me, listen, I want that true friend to be there right beside me going, listen, homie, no, like what they're saying might be lies about you, but hey, you just keep doing you. Like, listen, I know you studied hard and you didn't get the grades you wanted, but listen, just go that much harder than next. It is very hard. It is very hard, but listen, maybe you could be that person to somebody. Amen. And maybe you could be that person to somebody. If you thinking just like her, man, it's hard to find friends like that. Well, how about this? How about you start by being that friend? All right? Check it. Don't ever, last thing for friends, don't ever gossip or talk down on your friends or on anybody. Okay? Boom. That's just as simple as it gets. Last thing. Now this is for my young men, but this is kind of for young ladies too, like for real. Relationships with young ladies. Let them keep their sexual purity. We already hit it. Let them keep their sexual purity. Alright? Listen. I done been there. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I done got here before. I done been there. I really cannot do y'all disservice and not be real. I've been in places where I've been going to the movies or even boldly enough been on the bus where a teacher was right there in the next seat and still fingered a girl anyways. Listen, no, it's that real. Listen, I've been there. But guess what? All it amounted up to was Michael still being that same lame dude who can't get all A's, who can't be good at baseball, who can't be good at basketball, who can't be a good friend, and ultimately cannot respect his mom. We gotta kill it. We gotta kill it. Let the young ladies keep their sexual purity. Number 2, go ahead and tell them how beautiful they are. Go ahead and tell, because listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. What's not telling a woman that they're beautiful is calling them a bitch or a hoe. Or a slut. Listen, that is not telling them they're beautiful. Matter of fact, that's telling them that they're trash. That's telling them that they're trash, that all they're ever going to mount up to is trash, so they might as well go ahead and be trash. All right, number 3, and just the last 2 points. Number 3, tell them that they will accomplish everything that they want to be. Homegirl, if you want to be a doctor, hey, go to college, get that degree. Hey, homegirl, if you want to be a nurse, you got this. Homegirl, whatever you want to do, you are beautiful, you are smart enough, you can do that. I'm telling young men to tell y'all homegirls this. I bet it'll make a difference. I bet it will. And not just young ladies as in your homegirls, but also your sisters too, whether your sister be older or younger than you. All right, number 3. Well, we already hit number 3. And the last thing, number 4, is they are not toys. They're not toys. Listen, boys play with toys. But real men know how to handle treasure. And if you're trying to treat treasure like a toy, then you have completely failed yourself. Completely failed yourself. And I'm not saying that so you can hang your head down and go, well, dang, I don't fail myself a lot. I'm saying that to say, hey, bro, pick yourself up. Ain't nobody perfect. Just don't do it again now that you know the right thing to do. And the last thing, they are queens and not acquaintances. Because really an acquaintance, you like, well, that ain't my friend, that ain't my closest friend. That's just somebody I might say what's up to. You know what I'm saying? That's just somebody way over there that I don't care about. Well, how about this? Start treating every young woman like they're a queen. And let me tell you, if we were in England right now and we were to see the queen come in this building, this is how they do in England. Everybody shows respect to the queen when she walks through the door. You better shut your mouth, you better look her dead in the eyes, and you better clap. Because that is how important the queen is. So listen, every time you see a young lady, this is real. Hey, I don't care who she is. You treat her with respect, man. That's it. So listen, my name is Mykal Moore. I approve this message. Right? And I'm going to open it up, if you don't mind, just for some questions. Because I know some of y'all been itching with some questions, just like, hey, what's up, Mike? And if not, I give Coach Curtis, you know what I'm saying, my number, if it's like questions that you're just like, well, I don't want everybody to hear that.
Hey, Mike.
You know what I'm saying?
Right here.
What's up? Hey, hold on. One thing is first. If somebody asking me a question, you got to hit them out. What's up?
Hey, tell me, when did you become serious about sports, knowing this is what you want to do, like grade-wise and stuff like that?
Okay, I got you.
A lot of these boys in the 6th, 7th, 8th grade, and they're not reaching their full potential in school right now.
Okay.
So when did you finally realize what you need to do?
Okay, listen. My thing was baseball, but I played basketball also, and I love basketball. Okay? I didn't get serious with baseball until, watch this, y'all. This is gonna trip y'all out, until my senior year. I was really not, I promise you, I was not even close to good enough to play college baseball. But I found it somewhere deep within to be like, you know what? You know this is what you want to do. You know it'll bring you scholarship money. You got to go harder than anyone else is going. And so that's what I did. Over the summer, I went hard. I had one of the greatest seasons I ever had in my life playing for Aiken High baseball. And then, one of the games we were playing a real hard team, or they were really good back then, called White No, okay? And basically, it was a really good pitcher, but I hit 2 doubles off of him, and I got some steals that night. And so, that same night, I remember being on the bus, and the coach from Anderson University calling me and being like, hey, you want this? I was like, yeah, I want this. And I turned up super loud. We was on the bus. And so, but listen, I say this to say this. I was able to get that good in 1 year. Imagine, and I'm just only in Division 2. Imagine if I would have started working that hard when I was in 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. Just imagine if I kept that same work ethic. Y'all think I'll be at Division 2 right now? No, I'll be in Division 1, probably signing right now to go to the minor leagues and work my way up to the major leagues, where y'all watch the Major League Baseball. Some of y'all don't, but a lot of people do on TV. So raise your hand if you're in the 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th grade. Well, listen. Basically, take it from my story, take it from my life. If I could do it and I started in 12th grade, I heavily encourage y'all to start working hard now in school, okay, and in practice. Practicing your craft, practicing your sport, practicing basketball, baseball, golf, tennis, whatever that you want to do in college. Tennis, whatever. Football, whatever. Go hard. All right?
Man, I got one more question for you. And now you go ahead.
All right, so it's basically, hey, that's a real question. All right, in college they got 3 levels. Okay, it's Division 1. That's like Clemson, like Duke. Okay, just 3 divisions. Okay, so Division 1, you have really, that's when the talent is the highest. And then it goes down from there. Okay, so just like that.
By you being from Aiken or whatever, hey. It's how you do like kickball, like nigga kickball is like gang, violence, drugs.
Okay. Yeah.
How to make that grade wise, stuff like that.
Okay. Well, basically he said, how did I get through all of the hell that we experience as people? Like, how did I get through negative friends, right? How did I get through, certain things that could have really stopped me from going to college and pursuing my career? Okay? Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I didn't have a father. I didn't have my real father growing up. I had a stepfather, and that was cool, but I didn't have my real father, and so there was always that hole there, okay? And so I didn't know that somebody was obviously praying over me, because I didn't know that the Bible said that God is a father to the fatherless. You feel me? And that doesn't just mean fatherless. If he's a father to the fatherless, that means he's a mother to the motherless too. So I realized that, wow, the only reason that I didn't get through, that I didn't go through all the pitfalls, listen, there were so many times where I could have impregnated a girl and boom, I done lost my shot at getting to college. Boom, I chilled with this homie and he had weed in his car. Now we all got arrested and now we gotta go to jail and now, I can't get the looks that I want. All of this stuff that could have happened to me, I did not know that there was a Father in heaven that was saying, you know what, I got something big for you. You might mess up. I'm gonna still look out for you, even when you're doing stupid things. I'm gonna take that charge for you, even when you're not playing hard defense yourself. That's my story. And I know if he can do it for little old me, he can do it for y'all. Every last one of you. And don't wait now to get to know him. The Bible is open for anyone who's just ready to be like, all right, yeah, I can read that. I can see what this guy thing is about. See what Jesus Christ is about. Because he will protect you even when you cannot protect yourself. I have a sister, and her house just got broken in 2 days ago. And I believe that the guy who broke into the house, listen y'all, it's crazy. First of all, God wouldn't let my sister go to sleep, and she usually always goes to sleep. And when she was awake, she kept praying, Lord, please protect this house and please protect me. And 2 hours later, she's in her bed and she sees the homie who broke in face to face. And she basically kicks out the window and runs, and he doesn't catch it, and he basically does not catch her. Why? Because she opened herself up to be like, you know what? I can't protect myself. I cannot protect myself. God, I need you. I need you right now. All right? So I'm not gonna be surface with y'all. I'm gonna go dive right in, and I'm gonna tell you the way to get protected from things that will straight mess you up from going to college or doing whatever you want to do if you're gonna be. Let's get connected, man. Get connected to the Word of God. Ask him who he is. Show him. Ask him, look, if you real, show me something crazy in my life. Like, give me a dream. I don't know. Like, make something crazy. Let me see that you are real. And show me that because you gave your life for me, I can give my life over to you and what you have for me. That's how you protect yourself from the pitfalls.
That's real.
That's deep.
That's real.
Other questions?
There you go. Come around and talk.
Go hard, 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 go hard.